everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Osweiler's Texans going up against Bortles' Jaguars. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Here we go
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, here's Osweiler. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the 5th overall pick, Jalen Ramsey. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll come out in the pistol. So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Riley Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Jonathan Cyprien didn't have a big name coming into the league, but people know who he is now. A very fast center fielder of a safety.
2nd down now after the pass completion. From the shotgun, Osweiler. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A first down carry now for Miller. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, here's Miller. And he's got some space here. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Osweiler. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Here we go.
Now Osweiler on 2nd down. That is caught inside the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And getting a look at the Wildcat here.
Come on, let's go.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And for this offensive unit that we'll see here in just a second, T.J. Yeldon is certainly someone to mention.
Came out of Alabama with a lot of attention, but earned it. This guy is better and better at a lighter weight. Shifty back who can finish with power.
this up only to about the 33. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
Vince Wilfork is a terrific player. The first thing you notice, obviously, is his size. But his agility will surprise you. He can play defensive end as well as hold down the middle as a defensive tackle.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, Detroit. Detroit. Detroit, here we go. Detroit. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Throwing is Keenum on third down. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney. Green, 39.
Now a first down throw. Keenum on the screen. This is Coleman. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Now T.J. Yeldon, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Yeldon, the lone running back. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. They'll run it again with Yeldon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars' Jason Myers now for the field goal try. This just a 24-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former first-rounder Barkevious Mingo in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Detroit! Detroit!
In motion is Fedorowicz.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Switch! Leopard!
second down, Osweiler. This one complete. It's C.J. Fedorowicz. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
On 4th down, the Texans will turn it over to the active leader in punting yards, and that's Shane Lechler. That's taken on the 25. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Let's go.
Keenum will try again on 2nd down. Drops it off for Coleman. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field.
And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. On the return, here's Dree Archer. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jags' new signee from Denver, Malik Jackson, in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. They come up in an offset eye. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Osweiler on 2nd down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense.
Green 39! Green 39!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
From the gun on third down, Osweiler. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Another pistol look here. On second down, here's Yeldon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. 3rd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. All week in practice, they stressed grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. That means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he went nowhere. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
And now they'll throw with Keenum. Gets it to Gordon. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And now the offense operates in the red zone. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. From the red zone now, Keenum escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Keenum, and that is incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Myers able to knock it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss.
And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep it with you till the next time you take the field.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On 1st down, Osweiler dumps it complete to Miller. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Green 39. Green 39. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Osweiler. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right.
Let's go. Green, over.
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 23 yards on the play. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Osweiler on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They'll get 32 yards there. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Osweiler able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Myles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
And Lambeau will put this one through. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And Last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Keenum. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put...
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. A man who missed his entire rookie season, Dante Fowler, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Second down now after the sack. Miller, the lone setback. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he lost the football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Following the fumble recovery, Keenum. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a pickup of 21. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville first.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Keenum now on 1st down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. This is caught at the 20. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. And even 40 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Again, they'll throw with Keenum. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. John Simon in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's Keenum now on second down. That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Well, they're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on third and goal from the 1. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Their big tight end, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Play clock winding down. On 3rd and 1, Osweiler eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it'll give the Texans a first down.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, All right, here we go. Boom, Landy. Detroit. Watch quick. No. Jack, Patriot. Detroit.
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Osweiler's former teammate in Denver, Malik Jackson, in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now it's Osweiler. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Osweiler. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come up in a 2 tight end look here.
Let's go. Brad 38.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Here we go.
After the run, Keenum going to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Shift together here from the D-line.
3 down. All right, here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, here we go.
Yeldon, the lone running back. Back to throw. Keenum gets it to Gordon. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
And now out comes Houston. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he rifles one incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Marty. Here we go now.
On the counter, it's Miller. Look at the spin. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Boom, land. Over. No, check. Patriot. Gun.
Here we go. It's Osweiler on 4th down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st down, Osweiler. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Green. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here we go now. 3-19.
2nd down, here's Keenum. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They come out here in the eye. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. 3 yards to go on 2nd down. They come up in an offset eye. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. No. Check, Patriot. Watch you now, Barney.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Well, Charles, there's an old saying, don't let a loss beat you twice.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon. When you look at it and all of your preparation went into winning this week, now you have to absorb a loss and find a way to shake it off.
So for the Jags, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.